Oh, she was gonna light a candle, but she didn't. Oh well. Shade, 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 shade. Oh, shade, baby, shade. Yes, hunty, yes, shade. Now see, much better. Welcome, 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 you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sylvie 414. I is Sylvie, your rough edge lady. What's going on, y'all? YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagrams. Y'all having a good day? Have y'all had a good day? Well, the day is not over until the day is over. And this day is genuinely not over until midnight. 11:59.59. So I hope that you have had an awesome day. I hope that you continue to have an awesome day. I have had an awesome day. It has been productive, you guys. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I am in love with the way that I have started to do my videos. Comes from pressing buttons. They told me I had to press buttons. And so I press buttons. And once I get to pressing buttons, I have fun. Like I have fun making my new videos. Howsoever, I'm still new at it, so it's a little time consuming. I'm believing that the more that I do it, the less time consuming it'll be. But when I say that it is fun, like just going in and cutting, I mean, I'm not saying I'm a professional, but I had somebody who I feel like their work is way more professional than mine tell me that it looked professional. So, and I'm just starting. So, go figure. This girl is on fire. 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 You feel me? Y'all, I got dandelion root tea because it has not really been hot enough for the dandelions. We have a shade tree in the front and we have a shade tree in the back. So dandelions, the ones that grow like in Dandelion City, they need all the sun. So we have those really, really sunny days in spite of the trees, the dandelions was like, but since then they haven't. But you know, the sunny days are coming, so I have dandelion root tea. And it's supposed to get drunk too. And then I have my water. And this time I do have tuna wraps. They're still tuna melts, but they are wrapped this time and not folded like a taco. Y'all, I have that many things I want to talk about today. First, I would like to say I'm going to have to give myself a pat on the back. Even though this week, calling those things that be not as though they were will only be 3 days. Um, for the last 2 days, and I went live the first day that I shut down. My body shut down last night in a major way. But I'm not supposed to be waiting to the last minute to do all this. Y'all know I said I don't believe that I'm supposed to be live at the nighttime, except for on Monday nights. So it's still about me getting those disciplines in order. Howsoever, beating myself up is not an option because for the last 3 weeks, I have been live for 11 days. And per what I believe that I have received from the Most High, I should be live 15 days. I'm short 4 days. I was short 4 days. I give myself grace, and I do believe that the Most High has given me grace because I've been faithful. Like y'all know, I've been talking about supposed to been doing 3 days and was struggling with that. And when the Most High had me to step out on faith in a major way, engaging daily was a part of that. In my mind, engaging daily was making sure I had content posted. That's not what I believe that the Most High meant. As I move forward, that's not what I believe that the Most High meant about engaging daily. Because if you think about it, I'm not really engaging if you can't engage back. Now I'm gonna say this because the Most High gave me a word before I ever started doing this, and I've said this on the platform before. There's nobody in the room. I'm gonna need you to still get up there and talk. So whether or not I see a view or a person in the room, I still have to get up here and talk. But engaging means that if somebody comes in the room, I'm here with them. You know, if they comment, now I'm not going to say that all the time it'll be always easy to just comment. I don't even really know how to see a comment right yet. A lot of times I don't even know I have comments, even on my reels. I just be happening on comments sometimes. I'm still learning, y'all. Still learning. One thing for sure and two things for certain. That Sir Size has not been waiting till 9 o'clock anymore. Excuse me, y'all. Kind of saying what was in my mouth, trying to keep that from y'all. I have been getting my exercise done. Literally in the morning, with the exception of today. The other morning before 6. That's the goal. Well, no. Well, maybe. Still be before 6. No. I have something to do at 6. So it's going to be at 6. The workout should be at 6. Per the schedule that I know that I need to keep. Yeah. This turmeric milk is good. Excuse me, y'all. Sometimes spinach does not like to break. I'm not gonna like to bring paper towel. I had to break it with my finger. It was gonna pull the whole piece of spinach out of the rack. I didn't want that. Well, you see? Yes, I eat the stems and all. I'm not gonna cut any of that off. It's in there. So, title. Modest Talk. Yeah, I know we've been coming from the number 127, which led us to, I think, First Corinthians. It's talking about broided hair and modesty, and we went over that. Um, broided hair, weave, braids, things like that. Please know that can cover any nationality of woman, because all's the ladies be wearing the weaves. At this point, all's the ladies be wearing the weaves. So, what I wanted to talk about tonight solely, I didn't want to talk about your dress. I want to talk about what I would consider more the character part of it. Because as I stated, I believe it's more about character than it is about anything else. And I believe, as you can see, I'm showing arms and a little mid. These are sweatpants. They're sweatpants. Arms and a little mid. Not gonna feel guilty. Promise I'm not. I put some makeup on. If y'all see the rest of these videos, because what I did was the day before yesterday, I went ahead and started cutting up those videos, even though I have like massive amounts of videos that could be cut up, and one that I was already working on, because I was bringing more so news. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one, because I'm going to talk a little more about Tucker and Don. But that's why I wanted to go ahead and break those down, and get those out. The other ones are kind of relative. Generally, my content is relative. I don't particularly be around here always calling out celebrities' names and things like that so that it becomes old. Because speaking about reaching your highest self, that never gets old. Self-analyzation never gets old, baby. I promise you that. I promise you that. Whether you want to catch what's being thrown, that's going to be totally up to you, always and forever. Because as I always state, I throw it at your gal first and foremost. But where I wanted to go with the character, because I said I put on some makeup tonight, because in my heart, part of, and Lovely T, for me, Lovely T kind of confirmed what I had already known when I watched her podcast, which is where I'm coming from with a portion of what I'll be talking about. Makeup. And we got to makeup. She got to makeup by way of everybody on Simone Biles. Like, I don't get it with people. I don't get it with people because in my mind, a lot of the people that are having an issue with Simone Biles, a lot of the people that will come at the neck of people that are my daughter's ages, I pretty much feel like they probably be my age. I ain't saying no young people don't do it, but I feel like the people that be out there on the lines always making fun of young people and talking about miscellaneous dumb stuff. I'm not even gonna righteous indignation y'all tonight. I'll save that for something else. You talking about miscellaneous dumb stuff. You talking about super shallow shit. Oops, just a little bit. Got a little bit of righteous indignation. Like, come on. You talking about her edges on her wedding day? Why her edges not laid on her wedding day? Like the sun don't pop them things up quick, fast, and in a hurry. Stop playing. Or the ladies can't relate to that. Sorry, or the ladies. Y'all can't relate to the edges, but give me a chance to get to the makeup. I'll get you. Alls of you can't relate to the edges. This young lady doing big things. And y'all have time such spare time in your busy, productive, big, boiling, married, I guess. Everything was perfect at your wedding. Sales day. I don't even know how I started it. If it should have been a self board day. I think I said you got time in your soul in your day. Yeah. To degrade a young person. A young person that with everything in you, you should be. She not even out here doing like y'all. Who it be the capping for me? Y'all is out here bigging up nonsense, oils the sexual exploits of certain celebrities, liking to hear what they do in their privacy, in what's supposed to be their privacy, liking to hear what they say, wanting to wear what they wear. Remember I talked about they do this, y'all do this, they do this, y'all do that. You know, the following syndrome. But then for this young lady who is just doing big things, just trying to live life, you want to talk about her edges. Per shame. Oh, per shame. What I'd like to say to everybody, I just wish everybody that said anything about her would come hold of this. I would just like for y'all to go sit down somewhere and have several seats and work on becoming the highest forms of you, because you have too much time on your hands, sweet babies. In my Monique voice. yes. Can you come out the door without your edges laid slick? Can you come out the door without your makeup on? Can you? Can you, mommy? Can you? Can you come out the door bare face? You know how they be doing them ones. No lashes, no makeup, no filter. Can you do it, lady? Can you? Because there was probably plenty of y'all in there that can't. That was harping on this young lady's edges. Bites rap. Spills tuna juice. But I digress. I love you, Simone Biles. Do your thing, baby. Have a very, very happy life. Let the haters hate. That part. Sips tea. On to the next, on to the next one, on to the next, on to the next. I'm on, I'm on, I'm on, and I'm on to the next one, on, and I'm on, and I'm on, and I'm on to the next one. Let's talk about baby daddies and things. Angela Stanton brought up some good point. Now, I knows. Wait a minute, let me take my last bite. Got another one, but I'm gonna talk first. You can't come out the house natural. You have no business talking about anybody's anything, I promise you. If you cannot leave your house without makeup on, without a wig on your head or weave, And if you say you can, but you don't, you might want to ask God, can you? Okay. Okay. I don't even know how to do the other one. I was getting ready to try to do that Medea stuff, but it didn't even want to come out quick. Sounds stupid. Um, so I'm watching Angela Stanton. And you know, Angela Stanton is against getting rid of the babies. I'll just say it like that. I'm going to go back and reread the guidelines because they say that the guidelines change often. And I've read them a couple of times, but I need to stay on top of it. I know some things, but I found something else. I found something out. And I be trying to believe that my titles are what catches you guys, but I don't want to mess around and let my title ever be what catches me up. Podcasters say you could lose your page if your title ain't right. I was gonna talk about that situation tonight, but we'll probably talk about that tomorrow. Because we're gonna talk about them pearly things a little bit as well. And not only them pearly things, because what them pearly things is doing appears to be being done all over the YouTube streets, but the Most High and podcasters that may be involved in what I'll be talking about. I believe that I have gotten the advice to stay independent. Stay independent. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Okay. Now, Angela Stanton, because I ain't going to be before y'all too long. She talked about the mother's rights. The mother has the right, if she is not ready for a child, for whatever reason. And again, as I've stated, there are that many reasons that I believe, this is just my belief, you have yours, I have mine. There are that many reasons that I believe you should be able to not have your child. Angela does not believe that. She believes that there are that many reasons. I can't knock her on that. Why? Excuse me, because she was wrecked to do it. She was wrecked to do it. And guess what stopped her? Who that is? That's just her baby daddy. 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 Yeah. I don't own the rights to any of this music. None of it. Because Lovely T said I'm not even supposed to sing like that. I wasn't singing though at that time. Yes. Her child's father. Her son's father. Yeah. He pleaded with her not to get rid of her child, of their child. Their child. Because she wasn't ready in her mind. She wasn't ready. And if I'm not mistaken, this is her oldest baby. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is her oldest baby. Yeah. Because you said Javian's dad, and I think Javian's her oldest child. So he pleaded with her to keep the baby. And she did. But Just say she would have pleaded. He would have pleaded, excuse me. And she'd have said, nah, bro. This is my baby and my body. This is my baby and my body. That means that there was no validity in the fact that that man had just pleaded for his child's life. His child. He don't have the right to have his child because you don't want to have it for whatever reason. I tend to say the man that's going to plead for it might take that baby off your hands if you don't want it. It's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Getting to know people is not easy. It doesn't happen overnight. But when we walking around in peace acting like we know folk, then situations and circumstances change. First thing some of us want to do, baby is involved, and say no to the baby. None of that thought was taken prior to. It's just my opinion. But you get to go ahead and make that decision for the both of y'all. He has no right. He has to let you make that decision for the both of y'all. Just because he don't like you, don't mean he ain't gonna like the baby. Because inevitably, two people make a choice. I can't make light of that. Two people. I'm not capping for no man that want to be sitting out here talking, or no woman that want to be sitting out here talking about fast girls and you chose the man. Two whole people, that one and that one, make a choice to relate in the way that brings a baby involved. Everything after that should be a choice too. A choice that puts that baby first. Because the choice that could have prevented that baby would have come in the beginning. Now you didn't want to prevent the baby. Now you want to rid yourself of the problem. Because now the blessing has become a problem. I say the blessing because I won't even make this a Christian thing. Everybody cannot have babies. Everybody can't. Babies are a blessing. Period. And see, I was about to let that distract me and go somewhere else that I was not planning on talking about. We'll talk about that a little more. Because bigger fish. Bigger fish. And guess what? We ain't finished. Because you get to choose whether that man gets to have a life with his child. Two ways. Two ways. So if you do decide to keep it, you get to put them on papers that could send them to jail. And I'm going to say this, everybody that's on them papers, I ain't believing supposed to be on them papers. I believe that they're valid and necessary. But there are men that are out there doing everything that they can. I've heard this story. I was hearing this story on different platforms and then witnessed hearing it in my ear from a person face to face. I ain't even really wind up liking that person too much. one thing for show, excuse me, one thing for show and two things for certain. When that person spoke about that child support story, I received it because I had been hearing it so much. And I was able to see that person's work ethic because it was a co-worker of mine. Just because you don't like it. So, those are character issues. That's why I say modest talk. Character issues. You can't leave the house without makeup on. That's shallow. Shallow character. If you can't involve yourself with the parent, the father, we gonna say the father, lady, because he can't have a baby. We gonna stay on one subject. We not gonna get distracted, sidetracked, or anything like that. He can't have a baby. So you control all of that. But you don't want to control your members in the beginning. You don't want to you about to deal with life. You don't want to see if you're gonna be dealing with somebody that's gonna be worthy of bringing life. IJS. Sylvia just be wanting y'all to ponder. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to keep you joke around 30 minutes. 30 minutes now, although I don't limit myself. And last but not least, I talked a little bit about Tucker and Don last night. I just wanted to say this because I believe this in everything I said. Lovely T said that she believes that this happened because one of them was, and I said it, I just watched her video today. One of them is extremely left and the other is extremely right. There's no balance in that. And just because you're one or the other, and let's be real. If we be real, I'm gonna be real. I didn't even know who Don Lemon was. I knew who Tucker Carlson was. I learned who Don Lemon was through being on these YouTube streets and the negativity that was always attached to his name anytime I heard him, and it made me want to go and look him up. So, said all that to say you can't really badmouth one without badmouthing the other. You just got to be around here badmouthing. They have both lawyered up, and they have the same lawyer. That has all of the YouTube streets believing that it was weird. I just thought it was weird because I knew that there were both very well-known anchors. Very well-known anchors. They have both been with those networks for years, and they both got fired like pow on the same day. You have people saying, kind of like out with the old, in with the new. Tucker Carlson, and I forgot about that. Tucker Carlson took Bill O'Reilly play, and I watched Bill O'Reilly. I ain't really watched Tucker Carlson. I've seen his show in passing, but I used to watch Bill O'Reilly from time to time because really, for real, I've always been take the meat and leave the bones. If somebody's saying something that need to be heard, then they're saying something that need to be heard. And when they're speaking nonsense, the color of their skin, your nationality, or your sex has no bearing on that for me. If you speak in wisdom, I'm listening, and if you speak in nonsense, I'm shutting my ears. There, that part. So y'all, a few things for y'all to ponder on, because that one about them daddies, that really got me. When Angela talked about them daddies and how they really have no rights, and how the child support system will stretch some of them thin. Oh, and she even broke down, I don't even got to go to the way, she even broke down, you know, why dudes be jumping from house to house sometimes. Like, I ain't even got to go into all of that, but like, she was making a lot of sense with a lot of stuff she was saying. Y'all should go check her out. Angela Stanton King. Y'all, I have talked a little modest talk. Hello, beautiful. You are just that. Beautiful inside and out. If we be real, beauty is on the inside. Y'all done heard me say, from study, not just from hearing it, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And you are the beholder. I looked in the mirror for years and picked myself apart. Never liked what I saw. And I was so serious when I posted that post that if God sees me as worth more than rubies, and then I went back, beautiful. I went back, I'm searching through my pictures and come across the ruby picture. I was on my other page, I think. Might not have been on my other page. But I was searching for something totally different and just came across the ruby picture. That first ruby ring was $120,000. God said I'm worth more than the rubies. And in my brain, that means on the inside and the outside. Beautiful, catch that. Sylvie, love you. And I is out. Yeah,